We are recording. And do you want to hit play? I'm at second 13.
I'm at second 13.
Sweet. Let's hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to ADMW Winter Special. I'm Koshade.
And I'm Puddinhead. And there's some stuff on the screen. We are seeing this from Werekingdom's perspective because none of us were around to record the game.
Yeah, so basically, there's a lot of games that go into during the ADMW, so we requested some of our players, if we can't make it, then they just record it and they give us the game. They're like, hey, cast this game because it's cool. I guess I was there because I just said GLHF, but I don't know. Maybe I couldn't record or something. I could have been out or something. Or I couldn't be there the whole time. There we go. And so it looks like we have Werekingdom in the top left. Playing the Druid.
Playing the Druid and playing Purple. Man.
Druid and Purple.
Yeah.
And
we've got an artifact on the screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you see that, like, SCEENCE thing in the middle?
Yeah, he's getting rid of it.
And there we go.
Oh, this is his plan.
Oh, man. See, this is really smart. Using, what was that, sticky notes? Super awesome to make sure you stay on track. I actually respect that Werekingdom does that.
And we see a Force Master for Grimmbart down at the bottom right there. Playing blue.
Force Master versus Druid. Usually this is a very tough fight for the Force Master. Just because that tree is super tough to kill without getting, kind of swarmed in that whole thing.
Right.
And it looks like there's lots of messaging happening. So
I'm going to mute the video.
Oh, that was totally me doing that, by the way. Just... Yep. My computer didn't have enough memory. Yep, I remember that. I remember being like, well, crap, because I need to get a new computer really badly. Because running out of memory is terrible.
Yep.
So, let's...
I'm going to sip on my chai.
Yeah, having a good cup of tea for this game. Yep. I haven't actually seen this game, but I do know the results. So, I will say that... if you don't have something to drink right now, I highly encourage you to pause this video. Get something nice, because it's crazy.
Wow, regrowth on Aaron.
Yeah, so Force Master casting Aaron. Very interesting. Aaron, of course, being that creature that... He costs 5 mana, so he's not that expensive, but in order to buff him, you kind of have to put more stuff into him. So the regrowth is probably one of the best choices, because it not only heals him... to get that buff, but he can use that when he actually engages in a fight.
I don't know, though. I mean, Aaron's level 3, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's 9 spellbook points right there. I mean, a bridge troll would be 9 spellbook points, and yeah, it would be 13 mana. So he must really want to use his mana on something else in the near future.
Yeah, one of the best things that I think Grimmbart could do is just make sure everything that the Druid spawns just, like, kind of dies. Because, honestly, with the Druid, they tend to spread out their creatures. Like, they want to kind of have that snatching creatures. They want to have the Thorn Lashers. They want to have those, like, at certain ranges so they can make a train and things like that. Very rarely do you see just, like, 3 Vine Snappers get placed in one zone waiting for you to get there. You know what I mean?
Right. I think... that will be something that happens more frequently now, because I think Druids are starting to realize, hey, if I spread my creatures out, they just die.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing that I like to call that is the disassembly line, where you got the Thorn Lasher and the Bloodspine walls, and you just rip all the way through until something dies. But that's very difficult to pull off.
And it looks like...
what else we got here? Wow, interesting. He's got Mageddon and a Sunfire Amulet next. So he's going for the cheap creatures But Mageddon's level 4, so that's 12. That is 21 spellbook points on these two creatures here.
Yeah, and for anyone watching, I think Winhead's recording is slightly ahead of mine, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Sorry. I think if you just hit like play pause like really quick, you'll probably be caught up. But Mageddon, also very cheap, but I believe it's level 4, or is it level 3? I think it's level 4.
Mageddon's level 4.
So it cost him 12 points to put him in that book? Dang.
Well, I mean, we used to see double Grizzly Force Masters.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's technically using fewer spellbook points for that, even counting the regrowth.
What I do appreciate about this is that Sunfire Amulet is a great way to sort of counter the negative effects of that Mageddon.
Right.
Because Mageddon's going to give you life minus, so what better way than to say, I'm going to have a life economy with Sunfire. Yeah. And, I mean, a druid bringing out a Deathlock is kind of not a bad thing necessarily for Grimmbart, because then he goes, okay, good, your tree will take damage. You won't be able to get rid of it.
Right.
It's good in that sense.
And generally, Deathlock doesn't come out of druids.
Generally, no. Part. Yeah. I mean, they're so heavily relying on, regenerate. Having a Deathlock could be a death sentence.
Yeah. Mageddon is a really good creature. And if you can offset that life, then the downside is pretty much non-existent.
Absolutely. And, if you're not a Dark Mage, and suddenly it's kind of easier to do Sunfire, although Force Master's kind of the weird choice for this whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know. So we're seeing a lot of economy coming out of Werekingdom here.
Yeah, he's at, let's see.
11 channel.
11? Did he not up his channel when he got that tree?
No, he should have 11.
He should have 12?
Or he should have 12, you're right.
Yeah. He's, it looks like he's not actually getting that full extent there. He should also be at 34 life. But it's a little bit of misplay. When a lot of players play these games, they don't have to require a judge there, and that's just something that, players don't always police themselves as much as a judge would.
Yeah.
That's kind of why the double elimination.
That's an interesting choice. Did you just see he put a Tanglevine on the tree?
I mean,
there's nothing he can do with that.
It could just be like a deceptive thing, even if he doesn't want to cast it.
Okay. Makes sense, I guess.
Like, if your opponent sees you with 21 mana, man, Werekingdom just has a ton of mana, even without getting that extra channel. That he totally should
There's the bear.
Okay, yeah, a lot of druids are going with the bear, and I don't blame them, because bears rock.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's just one of those things that it's like, all right, what am I doing? Am I going to go bear when I'm a nature mage, or am I not? And that sort of, like, sets a weird tone. Because, rarely do you see people play the, I don't know, the Tegus and stuff like that. That's kind of like a play that I just don't really see a lot on the meta. Oh, a Grimmbart.
Yeah.
So this is a very creature-heavy Force Master.
Okay, I think I see what's going on here. He's putting Aaron in the corner to heal up, and then making the other person scared of Grimson so that they run at him. And by the time they get there, Force Master and Mageddon will be ready to pounce on him.
In the meantime, you're taking all those Grimson shots. This is actually a really good plan by Grimmbart. It's super expensive spellbook-wise, but, I mean, if you win, then it worked. Your whole plan was successful. Man, it's kind of like a super squad here. Like, they all kind of do their own really unique, interesting thing.
And one interesting thing to note is now that Paladin, Siren, and Grimoire are ready to go here, the Force Master has a lot of the song spells in school.
Oh, absolutely.
And Mind's Eye is out there. Mm-hmm. So they don't really have to move anymore to affect the whole arena.
Yeah, Mind's Eye is crazy good. And I haven't really seen any like tournament games that have used it to its full effectiveness. But man, I've seen some games where Mind's Eye just kind of rips people apart.
Yeah, they aren't packing ethereal stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like mage staff, like people are not really running that anymore, and so people use like thought or force hammers against it, and it's like that's fine. Use a force hammer against my mind's eye.
Right, I win the mana battle even if it dies.
Cost you maybe 4 spell points, and mind's eye cost me 2 for then the mana battle, of course.
Yeah, gets 9 versus 6.
It's pretty crazy.
And it's got 7 health, so it's not likely to die from a force hammer.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's nuts. Does that say Hellion on the sticky note? Does he have a Hellion in that book? He might have a Hellion in that book.
He has a Hellion in that book.
Werekingdom, you crazy guy.
It does, I see it.
Yeah, no, I can see it too. Right there in the center.
That's funny.
Well,
this is going to be a very interesting game. Very unorthodox, both players at this point. I mean, so far, Werekingdom hasn't strayed too much from classic Druid shenanigans of a bunch of channeling and then a beefy creature and then supplement it with other stuff. But
that's a good point. This is a really good build for the Druid because it's just kind of he feels really safe, and the Druid's just sort of like, if you attack me, I don't care, and my tree is so far away from taking any damage right now, it's fine.
Yeah. The bear, on the other hand, is not going to survive too long.
Yeah, with Crimson out there, it could be problematic.
But I noticed that the Enchanter's Ring has not been used yet.
Ooh. You know, a lot of players just kind of play that ring, don't they?
Didn't it came out last turn, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so that's not too bad. But I do see a lot of enchantments in that book.
Lots of regrilled spare strengths. And, oh, he has 3 eagle wings. So that's probably how he wants to, buff the bear.
Yeah, or the Hellion.
Mm-hmm. You know, the Asp may not actually be bad in this situation. If you get Grimson or Abaddon or anything, they're all prime targets for that Asp he has in his book.
You mean Mageddon?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, he's preparing a Surging Wave. Surging Wave is the bane of the Force Master, but at this point, he's probably not using it on a Force Master.
Yeah, he's probably going to use it on the Crimson so that he can try and evade the shot. And then his bear, he wants to probably get that guy in position so he can just kind of maul stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if he could get down there with the bear this turn and hit Grimson before anything can guard him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Grimbart's turn first. So, he's going to use his mage. So he's going to move on his mage.
I wonder if that's Enfeeble that he sticks on there.
Could be a Chant of Rage.
Could be a Chant of Rage.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to put to reveal now and put on Aaron.
Yeah, and that's going to be like... Chant of Rage is one of those cards that we're seeing a lot of in this tournament, just because of how powerful it is.
It's really strong.
It's kind of like it reminds me a lot how Blur was played a ton in Thunderdome 2, and because it was a new card and people were like, gotta use it, you know. Mm-hmm. Nowadays we're not really seeing it that much anymore, which is kind of interesting.
I still think it's pretty good.
I mean, it's
not overpowered, right?
I mean, it looks like he might have one in his book, Werekingdom.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Oh man, 2 mage ones, Werekingdom, you crazy guy.
His bear can't go anywhere.
His bear is stuck in his hand. Oh man, that is some serious lag right there.
There we go. He fixes it eventually.
Yeah, Werekingdom losing that extra channel is pretty brutal. Like, it's been like 2 rounds or 3 rounds, I think now. This is the 3rd round.
He cast a tree first turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of scary there. Meridia's Blessing. Man, that card is so good for the Druid.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, because the Vine tokens count as living
he's
items.
Gonna Surging Wave Aaron.
Just
And he doesn't get the slam. No. Okay. Well, I guess he doesn't want Aaron to recover.
Yeah. I mean, just keep the regen from making him fully functional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, 2 enchantments coming out from the Force Master. I wonder what they are.
Yeah, Force Master's clearly playing that like support role. You know, like I'm gonna buffer it so I can buy time and I can get some shots off.
Shoot the bear, shoot the druid. Shooting the druid. Dun dun dun.
I don't know if I agree with this. Like it's what, 4 dice?
5.
5 dice.
Yep.
I mean, I guess when you roll 7 damage, it's pretty damn good.
He has no armor on, and he's right next to all your creatures. Like,
yeah, he doesn't actually reveal any bark skin because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have an enchantment. Ha.
He has no enchantment on him.
You know, that's the thing. Like attacking the druid like that, it's good damage, but Werekingdom, who should be at 34 max life, he can kind of heal that up decently quickly, and it looks like he's eyeing regrowth right now. Uh-oh. Grimmbart says he should have 4 more life. Is he gonna catch the channel? Oh man. A story about a druid that didn't really bond with his tree. Her tree.
Alright. Pass, and then he's gonna hit the bind token. Interesting. I mean, why not?
No, you might as well hit it along the way.
Yeah. What is the armor health of Merida's Blessing?
I believe it's 2 and 6? 2 and 8? Something like that.
The bear runs after Aaron, so he's decided that that's the easier target.
You know, I don't think that's necessarily a bad move. I think that Grimson's going to be pretty deadly. But, I mean, at range 4, it's still not that bad.
Well, that's right. He couldn't have passed because Mageddon can't take actions.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so maybe he shot the mage because, you know, because of Meridia's Blessing. He's just going to recover 2 on his bear. So maybe the shot with the armor isn't actually worth it.
Well, the bear has 3 armor.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. And
so
if you can burst the druid down, I mean, what I would guess for next turn from Grimmbart is going to be a force pull into a Mageddon hit.
I could see that.
And a Tanglevine or something like that, you know?
Yeah, so I guess...
Because if you can hold the druid 1 space away from Grimson...
And then just keep having Mageddon going.
Yep, 6 dice, 6 dice, 6 dice.
I mean, I'm a little curious what... Because it's going to be Werekingdom's turn, so what is he going to do on his first creature action? Because if he does get pulled during quick, he can react, but if he doesn't get pulled, then he can get out of there in that sense. I guess he could still be teleported, though.
Yeah, I wonder what the enchantments are.
Yeah, I'm a little curious in that, too.
That Enchantress Ring did not get used last turn.
Oh, man. You know, that's those little things that sort of, instead of that Enchantress Ring...
You could have a piece of leather.
A piece of leather, an enchantment...
Right.
Something like that to sort of supplement it.
He's pondering Kralathor.
Yeah, I guess because Aaron might die like next round, so because a Bear Maul just kind of destroys stuff. So maybe he wants a Kralathor just to try to get that extra hit. Lightning
Aaron is a red herring at this point.
Well, I mean, if I were Grimmbart, I'd be super happy that Aaron's getting attacked.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a hate magnet on the level of Severe.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Because he doesn't have any dice yet. But, you know, he doesn't want him to get those dice.
It's amazing how many times when I see Aaron get played, that's what people try and kill. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he has the same attack as like a Knight of Westlock, which, you know, once he gets those melees up. So
yeah,
I mean, Knight of Westlock is nothing to be shy about.
And he has 5 more health.
Yeah, that's true. All right. He can't place one there.
Yeah, he can. That's where his druid is.
Oh, his druid can place it. Yeah, that's right.
Looks like he's hovering over Bear Strength and Bimshala. I wonder if the Bear Strength is for the bear or for the druid.
You know, Bimshala is always just a good card to take, pretty much in any book. Just the flexibility it gives you, especially in a situation like this, is a nice card. I'd probably give myself armor. And by the way, he didn't transfer 2 life, did he?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Werekingdom! So a thing that the druid can do is you can actually transfer 2 life to your tree and then regenerate your tree. So it's basically free healing. And the fact that he didn't transfer it, this lets me know that Werekingdom probably doesn't play druid a lot.
Yeah. Or, like you said earlier, was not awake.
Yeah, or wasn't awake, yeah.
Fumble. Awesome.
Beautiful play. Fumble is a great card. The guaranteed miss makes the bear basically useless for another turn. Which, to buy you time, yes, do that.
He's going to move up.
Yeah, I've always been a bigger fan of fumble.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Is that another fumble? Nope. Whoop. Ah, he's going to ward it. Interesting.
No, this is a mind control.
It's a mind control.
I'm betting it's a mind control.
Yep, because if he wards it, then that would be the best choice.
Do you know why I think it's a mind control? Because you can only reveal mind control if you're within 1 zone of the target of mind control.
So he moved 1 in order to get.
So he moved up so that he could.
You know, that's the thing about Arcane Ward is it's perfect on things like mind control, things like damage barriers, stuff like that. And
damage barriers, mind control, force field.
Yeah, I mean it's 1 spellbook point, and if they want to use a Seeking Dispel because taking decoys is decent, but then like it's suddenly 2. If they use another Arcane Ward, it's like you bought me an extra action now.
Yep, there it is, mind control. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Beautiful play.
This is my favorite thing to do in this game.
And
you cast a bear, now it's mine.
So I believe the bear gets a stun?
Yeah.
Is that right? So he's not going to be able to exit next round now. And then if that stun goes away, or if the mind control goes away, he gets stunned again. Man, Grimmbart is just like controlling that bear. And I don't blame him because that's really where the damage source is.
Let's see, that cost him a total of 12 mana to put that on there, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's the BIM. I don't blame him for getting BIM. I think it's a good choice.
Oh, melee +1. I guess he's going to move out of range of Crimson? No, not really.
He's going to move to 3 range. So,
yeah, which is only 4 dice.
Yeah. Still, though, he has no armor.
Yeah, 4 dice and no armor. That's not good.
And he's
only
doing a punch against something with 2 armor, so 4 dice against 2 armor.
Jinx. Oh, he jinxed the Bimshala.
Oh, wow, that was unexpected.
That was pretty delayed.
So the whole thing has to be redone.
That's okay. He needs to get his 5 mana back. There he goes. Good.
Ah, so he's going to jinx the druid. So that prevents another action out of Werekingdom. So that just allows him to buy him more time so that he can use those creatures. I really like the play. Oh no, now he's got to roll 3. Oh, he did 3 damage, so can he do it with 1 less die again?
Dude, at this point, I would have cast the other spell instead of attacked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have committed to the attack either.
He does get roll 6 damage.
Rolls 6 damage out of
3
dice. So he gets 4, so that's nice. Awesome. I mean, this is the turn where Ban's going to start running, and he's going to get in position, and suddenly you're going to get a lot more hurt in your face. And that bear should take a stun. I'm guessing Grimmbart's going to do it.
Yeah, there he goes. Good.
Alright, so yeah, Mageddon with that elusive is going to be super tough to go after. Granted, there's nothing really to guard him, so what are you going to do there?
4 damage out of 4 dice. It's average. And he has got to remember to pass that damage off if he's going to be successful here.
That's a huge ability for the druid that if she doesn't get that, it's like almost playing just a nature mage, you know?
And he's still missing that channeling.
Oh, man. That's a ton of mana. I mean, he'd be close to 20 mana right now.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah, this is round 6, so he'd have 5 extra mana if he did that.
Yep.
Okay, so we have Aaron that took a bunch of damage and is about to just kind of run away. We have Mageddon, who's gonna just kind of maul some face, I think, and then the bear, of course, is gonna sit there and do nothing. And if it gets a chance, it'll probably start also, really putting the hurt on. Curious to see what Werekingdom's gonna do here.
Well, let's see. He has 24 mana this next turn.
Mm-hmm.
He could purge the bear.
Purge would be a good choice.
I mean, I think he has purge magic in here. Yeah, he does. He could cast another creature. Honestly, a Crawlathor out of the vine tree wouldn't necessarily be a bad choice.
Isn't there an incantation? I think it's called Clear Mind.
Yeah.
That lets you remove mind control without actually targeting mind control.
You target the creature.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you remove psychic conditions and enchantments.
So that would be a good way to get around that ward and sort of help yourself get the advantage there.
I don't know. You might actually target the things that you're removing.
Lake's saying he can heal Aaron. He can't. Yeah, because there's an enchantment that lets you stop a mind thing from happening.
That's Mind Shield.
Yeah, Meridia wouldn't work, and the reason why is because vines count as living things for anyone watching, so... Yeah, it was like, dude... So it looks like Werekingdom isn't going to choose to transfer that life.
Yeah, that's a choice, unfortunately.
No, there's just... Grimmbart's just not right. This is one of those things that because I think Meridia is a new card, we're seeing a lot of, new conversations happening.
Yeah, divines count. Clear Mind, in fact, does not target those psychic enchantments.
Yeah, it targets the creature, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
So you could Clear Mind to get rid of mind control and the stun.
What level is that?
1.
That's a really cool spell, and the reason why is because we're seeing a lot of Chant of Rage. We're seeing lullabies. Yep. Those sorts of spells is why you do Clear Mind.
Yep. I actually had an idea for a Force Master that would run Clear Mind on a Mage Wand and like 3 mind controls.
Ha! That's not a bad idea.
So basically, I mind control the thing, then I Clear Mind it, and then I attack with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got any dazes on myself, I could Clear Mind them before attacking with my Galvatar.
Looks like Werekingdom took 2 damage. Did he try to transfer the damage and Grimmbart didn't want to allow it? Is that what's going on there?
I don't know.
I don't know, because I think he tried to transfer it, but he didn't during upkeep.
Well.
This game, man. This
if you
game.
pass upkeep.
Yeah, it's true. You're supposed to do it during upkeep. And it is optional, so there is no requirement that you have to do it.
Now, it would be nice if Octagon prompted you
right.
about it, but Octagon is just a platform. It's not the game itself.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, in a real-life setting, it wouldn't remind you either.
Right.
And we're just kind of waiting for the next planning to happen. So, this is not looking good for Werekingdom. I'm really curious to see how he's going to come out of this.
Well, he's got to get his bear back, and he's got to kill something.
Yeah.
There's a Kralithor. And he's going to pop the Vine token to get him out there. Interesting. Okay. Now, Kralithor cannot be mind controlled.
Yes, that's right.
Because it is nature mage only.
Yep. So that's actually a pretty good choice.
I wonder if that's another Jinx.
Pulling the old Hanma tactic there.
6 Jinxes. This Force Master book, if he's running 6 Jinxes, this has got to have very few cards in it.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Werekingdom clicked on Grimmbart to see how many cards he did have, but absolutely, you're right on that. And we're just going to see a shot get off. I don't blame him for taking the shot first.
Oh my gosh.
And I haven't seen the roll yet. And whoa! Getting 6 damage off 4 dice. That's got to hurt.
Alright. That is going to hurt. And that's the issue with Crimson, right? If you can keep him safe, it's just free damage.
Absolutely. Yeah, 12 mana. Man, he is...
it's another Jinx.
Oh, no! Okay, so he tries to Purge Magic that bear. Oh, why did he do that? So he tries to Purge Magic that bear, but it gets Jinxed. And that's brutal because the bear is going to be out another round. And it looks like Werekingdom chose not to move. So now he's going to take Mageddon to the face, the Force Master Punch, and possibly Aaron. And he discarded Purge Magic, which he shouldn't have done. It should go back in his hand.
Right.
We'll see if he fixes that. This game is probably going to be over pretty quick, man. Mageddon does not fool around when it comes to damage.
Yep.
As he rolls 5 damage.
There's some good damage right there.
Oh, man, that is going to be so brutal for Werekingdom. You know, he did say before that he was a little tired, and I'm seeing that. Normally, when I see Werekingdom games, are very impressive. And this game, I think he's using a new book, using a new thing, which I kind of like because that's kind of what the ADMW is about. It's about knowing a lot of different styles of play, and that's how you advance.
Yeah. This is pretty interesting way to run a Force Master. I'm trying to think of what I would be doing in this situation as Werekingdom. I think I've got Grimbart's plan figured out at this point. But
I mean, he's got the Jinxes down. I doubt he's going to be running Nullify to supplement it. He just needs enough time to basically buy him the damage he needs to win the race. And he's going to go all out. He's going to keep enchanting. It's probably another Jinx, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's probably another Jinx.
That's what I would guess anyway. Oh, wow, he has Consecrated Ground in there. Interesting.
It's a cheap terrain.
Yeah, I mean, you got to choose something, right?
So you got to go against a Siren. And then it's only 10 mana to replace something instead of a lot more.
Yeah, because those grasslands are like 8 mana. And is it gonna bring Aaron in? Yeah, he's just. I mean, he's looking to get the dice so he can finish the game. I think. Or he hasn't moved them in. He just moves his creatures.
I don't know.
What's he doing?
I think he's trying to figure out if he really wants to go in there since Kralthor is on the move next turn.
That's fair. Honestly, if I were Grimmbart in this situation, I would move him in because if Kralthor chose to attack Aaron, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Grimbart's asking if your tree bound surpasses it. It does. Just for in case anyone's wondering. Grizz is gonna remove that stun. Oh man. So if Aaron moves in or not is the big question here.
Yeah, he's figuring out that he shouldn't have discarded it, I think.
Because it wasn't a nullify. It's not a destroy magic, it's a purge magic. That's why he's saying no.
Yeah.
I didn't follow that conversation, but I'm glad that Werekingdom did.
Yeah, I'm glad they figured it out. Yeah. What? Interesting. Very interesting. So, it seems like... Oh, there we go. He's only got 30 cards left.
Yeah, so basically most of his cards are probably wrapped up in those 3 creatures. That's probably like 25 to 30% of his book. And the rest of it's probably just jinxes and stuff like that.
I'm guessing there's another mind control in there.
Yeah, I can see that. And probably
because
another
if this
Arcane
is his plan...
Probably another Ward. Ward would be a great choice.
He's probably got a Galvatar in there somewhere because that's like backup plan. And maybe a couple force fields.
Dissolve?
I don't know.
Those basic cards, you know?
Maybe. Teleport, dissolve, dispel.
Mm-hmm. Man, I gotta say, Grimmbart is doing an excellent job of sort of reading a meta here. He saw the big creature, he countered it. He got those creatures out that very unorthodox to see out of a Force Master, and he's using them to a good state. Aaron is going to retreat a little to recover. That might be a good backup plan. I don't blame him for doing that, especially when you have a bear and a Mageddon looking to, you know, kind of close the deal anyway. And it looks like Werekingdom's going to remember he can transfer life, and so he is going to do that now.
That's good. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right. I'm sure Werekingdom's kicking himself for this, but you know, this is why playing these tournaments is great, because it really helps you observe your play and analyze it.
Yeah. That loss of channel is turning out to be pretty good, pretty huge here.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen him want... I mean, I don't know if he wanted to do something and didn't have enough mana for it or something, but it seems like he's had enough mana to do what he wanted to do.
He's getting
just
jinxed. That's the thing.
Choosing to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, his jinxes keep making him have too much mana. So, you know, it's a really good move on Grimmbart there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another way to look at this, I guess, is... So Grimmbart is getting the lead by getting these creatures out that are super cheap. And then he gets Grims in for that extra, like, hey, you gotta come at me, otherwise it's not gonna work. You're just gonna die. And then what he says is, I have the lead now. I can waste my actions to get rid of your actions, because the less actions you have, the less time you have to counter it. It's an awesome play. Jinx is just such a cool card for that. Yeah, before actually, what was it, Gen Con 2015, when we saw Hanma kind of mass Jinx, I was using Jinx as a ender. It was I have a lead, I just want to stop you. But really using it as a main strategy was such a new, cool way of doing that. I was very impressed when I first saw it.
Well, it really brings to the forefront the idea that actions are pretty important.
Absolutely.
And what's very interesting about this is the Force Master is usually the mage that doesn't have all the actions.
Right. And Druid usually has a ton of actions.
Right, because you can get your tree to give get your creatures out there for you, and then you have 2 actions you can just spend doing whatever you want.
And the Nature School has so many cheap, good creatures that are level 1 or level 2 that, you know, having your Druid cast something and your tree cast something all in one round is not that uncommon.
Like I could totally see a Druid cast a tree and a Witchwood Fairy on the first turn or something, and then cast Philella and an enchantment the second turn, and then cast Meditation Amulet and just meditate in the corner while Philella and the tree just
getting
buff
a
everything,
ton of stuff out. And so anyway, we're going on to the actions here. So it looks like a Vine Snapper's deployed 1 to the left of the Druid zone. Interesting move there. That means that he's thinking, Grimbart's probably not going to Tangle Vine me. I'm going to move to the left. Hopefully I can be sort of secure here. It'll be out of the range of Grimson at least.
Oh man, I think Grimmbart got this done.
The game?
No, well, it's not a jinx on the Druid. So that probably means that as soon as the Druid does something this turn, he's going to jinx him again.
Oh. But he doesn't enchant him again.
No, he doesn't jinx him again.
And so we see the Purge Magic, so the bear's going to get a stun. It does save a ton of damage for Grimmbart. So did Grimmbart prepare another Mind Control? That's the big question, I think, right here. Because if he planned another Mind Control, then he's like, I don't care about jinxing it, because now you wasted all your mana, and you still won't have that bear.
Stun.
So it's going to get stunned, so luckily it'll use its action this round, so Werekingdom can use that bear next round.
That's a stagger, that's not a stun. Alright, so yeah, I think you're absolutely right about what Grimbart's doing here. You've got 2 very cheap creatures that are very effective once they've met their condition, and that lets him save mana up to cast Grimson when he knows that he can protect Grimson.
Absolutely. Because who's going to run into a zone with an Mageddon and an Aaron sitting there when a Grimson's also there too? You know, the things you want to use are things like Chant of Rage. Just sort of draw them out and be like, I'm going to try and kill you away from a kill zone.
Right. I wonder if there isn't a Mind Shield on Grimson.
Oh, man. And Wall of Force comes down, and Wall of Force can be kind of deceptively strong when you don't have anything ethereal. Oh no. Oh no, Keijin. Keijin's telling Werekingdom he should be at 12. You know, there's no worse feeling than in the middle of the game, some random person coming by, and then being like, dude, you are losing so much mana. And there's the Barkscene getting revealed.
He's at 25 damage, though. That's insane.
So the good thing about the Druid is the Druid he's going to heal 4 life around. The bad part is, if there's a Poison Blood, it's not going to be as much. So he's going to reveal a Poison Blood. So that means that Werekingdom's only going to heal 2, so he's going to be at 23. And
I mean, if he can get that bear to guard him,
that bear should take his action. Oh, no one else taking their action. Cool. I don't know why Grimmbart said.
He just wants to make sure that they remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure.
He's gonna chase his bear for some reason. I don't know why, but okay.
I think he's getting stun and slam confused.
Yes, yeah, he totally is. Let's see what Aaron does. So he's gonna move 1, so he's not gonna heal up to full. So that kind of puts him in some dangerous spots. But honestly, if Werekingdom chose to attack with his mage down 1, that wouldn't be too bad. What? Why did he move back?
I don't know.
He totally, like, attacked that vine and it did nothing. And it's like, I take it back. You know? That was okay. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, at least he got 0 damage again.
He got 0 again. That's pretty funny.
Alright.
So we see the double move of the Kralthor. That was a good choice.
That makes sense.
I mean, if Werekingdom can survive...
He's just got a 4 dice attack to survive. I don't think he's gonna die. He can't die from this.
Well, I mean, I guess Grimmbart could hurl Boulder in the round, but it wouldn't really be worth it, would it?
No, he's only got 2 mana left.
Yeah. I'm talking about during, like...
Oh, during Quick Cast?
Yeah, so, like, it's going to be Grimbart's initiative next round.
Let's see. If he's going to reveal Poison Blood, then he's only going to have 9 mana for next turn. Oh, there's an enchantment.
There's the mind control. Awesome.
Maybe. It could also just be a lullaby or something.
It could be another fumble as well. Red Dice asking questions.
Yeah, well, it's different, you know?
You know, it's kind of why I'm really appreciating the Academy sets that are coming out, because, like, Aaron and Mageddon are both really cool ideas of bringing powerful creatures into lower channeling situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
And seeing tactics like this, or strategies, I should say, is like, it's freaking cool, you know? And it looks like the Poison Blood hasn't been revealed yet. I'm guessing it's going to in a second. Is he going to pay the 2-channel or upkeep? It looks like Werekingdom, by the way, set his channel up. So sad.
Yeah, what was that? 6 or 7 mana he's missing?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, he actually has to channel that. He has no choice in that. But they're probably not going to do
retroactively,
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Grimmbart says he doesn't actually want to reveal. He probably looked at his mana and said, no, you know?
He can't take control of that bear this turn if he chooses to reveal Poison Blood.
Interesting.
So if it is a mind control, he will not be able to Poison Blood and mind control.
I mean, so suddenly Werekingdom's down to 22 damage, and that's still pretty scary to be at, but that's some good amount to like have to work with.
Oh, he's got a heal spell prepared, huh?
Parkdeck asks, what happens regarding the blessing if the number of living creatures is tied? Actually, nothing happens.
Yeah, because you have to have more.
Mm-hmm. Just in case anyone's wondering.
But as a druid, you're going to have more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the vine tokens count.
You know, that Vine Snapper has done nothing. Granted, I think it was just cast last turn. I guess the wall might have messed it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the Vine Snapper went there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think putting it in the
I think the druid was trying to retreat. And the Force will actually cut off the druid's retreat. I do like Grimmbart is reading this game like a book.
Oh, absolutely.
He is doing amazing good job at figuring out what the threat is, how to neutralize it, how much time he's got to get what he needs to get done finished.
Yeah,
it's impressive. And
I definitely could see Grimmbart advancing to the next stage. Werekingdom has had some good games too, and he's definitely not out of the running, even if he loses this game.
No, Werekingdom went all the way to the finals last time.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
So he is definitely no slouch. It might be that he was a little sleepy or hasn't played the druid a whole lot
It definitely
for this game. But, I mean, this is a brand new book idea that he's running into.
Yeah.
He has never had to face Aaron and Mageddon before.
Yeah, especially with the Force Master.
Right. So, it might have just thrown him for a loop a little bit, or...
Absolutely.
But yeah, Force Master is back up to 32 life, so Mageddon is now free.
That's so good. And Park Deck asking a bunch of questions on here. So, the days shouldn't have ever been there originally. Just in case anyone's wondering. And he's going to enchant that guy, so I'm guessing it's going to be a mind control.
Yep. Makes sense. Good cast.
Which that was pretty smart of Grimmbart to cast that then, because he cast it at the end of last turn, and then he had initiative, so he was able to protect it this turn.
Yep.
And we see another card get attached from Werekingdom. That could be, I didn't actually see what it was, but I'm guessing
and there's the mind control. I think it was a brace yourself.
Brace yourself? That makes sense. So a second mind control, that is so expensive, but I think it's worth it.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, 2 mind controls are in the place of a grizzly bear.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only is it taking out...
And you're not locked into having a grizzly bear.
Yeah. And it's taking away a grizzly in this case, which is very cool.
Yep. Now, the arcane wards push it over the edge, but then you factor in the purge magic, and currently... and
here's Mageddon.
Grimmbart is ahead in mana and in spellbook points regarding the bear.
That's very interesting. Alright, so here's the big question. He has 2 armor. Doesn't want to reveal brace yourself. Ooh, that's so rough. He's about to take, let's see, a shot. Why did he not reveal that?
And he's getting closer.
By the way, the clear mind is a really cool idea with mind control.
To get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so so he moves 1, lesser teleports. He wants to get out of dodge, and this is probably one of his best ways.
Yep. It's not bad. And he's got the brace yourself for any future issues.
I mean, lesser teleport, it's only going to cost you 1 spellbook point, so it's not that bad.
He did take a hit from Mageddon first, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think in this situation, if I were Grimmbart, I would guard.
So Aaron could heal up.
And that would guarantee that Aaron's full power next turn.
Yeah.
And you possibly could. Well, you can't dodge at this point because he's got no mana. But
yeah, I gotta agree with you there.
One hit from
your Force Master.
Not gonna do much.
He has the Sunfire Amulet, so 1 hit's not a big deal.
Of course, 1 hit on Aaron's not a big deal either.
Yeah, that's true.
Although, I mean, with Aaron, you're at 5 dice and hitting the druid next turn. If he doesn't take damage, so I think it would be worth the guarding.
Man, this Force Master from Grimmbart is so cool. He's just gonna go for broke. I don't blame him for doing this.
Yeah, I suppose if you don't actually have to
especially when he rolled
guard.
4 critical.
Jeez.
Brutal.
Yeah, at this point, Carlthor has to move back and guard or try and take out Aaron, and I don't think this is the right move, but...
Going after... Yeah, Aaron's just been soaking everything, and with that regrowth, it's just... he does 2 damage to it, so he's going to hold off for another round of that buff.
Doesn't even matter, though. He's soaked so much damage.
Yeah, there's just so much delay that Aaron has caused, and I really like how Aaron is working in this game.
And he chooses not to reveal.
No, well, he has 2 armor, so,
Well, yeah, I realize that. It's just that, that was 3 attacks that round, and he's going to take a 4th from Crimson.
Yeah, he is. Man, this is so brutal.
Neutralizing that big buddy, it's a really good tactic.
Yeah, it is.
That might be why mind control is 6 spellbook points.
Oh, it totally is. I mean, it also kind of is like, hey, you want to take a living creature, you're still going to pay for it, spellbook-wise.
Yeah.
All right, so Grimson, I believe, has to shoot.
Oh, he's going to move. Interesting.
He just wants to get in position so he can keep shooting.
Yep, that makes sense. He's planning for a little bit longer game than he wanted.
That's a really solid move from Grimmbart there.
And there's no vine in his way, so he can do that this turn. He wouldn't be able to do that next turn. And he's in a position where the Force Master can protect him if they need to.
Yeah, I do like that. The whole positioning of this whole game right now. From Grimmbart. Okay, so Grimbart's going to reveal that Poison Blood.
And he's going to have no mana, because he's going to pay the upkeep for the bear. And he's going to reveal Poison Blood, and he's going to have 3 mana left.
I don't know if he cares.
Well, I mean, one of the great things about the Force Master is you always have a push, a pull for 1 mana.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's always something you can do with your quick cast. Yeah, so even if if the druid runs away, pull it 1 closer.
And then suddenly your Grimson's going to be doing some good damage. You know, your Aaron's probably going to be in range of whatever it is.
Right. I would take a lesser teleport as the Force Master this turn.
Ah.
Because you could lesser teleport the bear right on top of the druid.
Just to go swinging.
Yep. I mean, it'd be worth giving up your action. Moving 1 to the right and giving up your action.
Oh, yeah, it totally would.
To move the bear on top of the druid. Of course, there's that plant in the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's going to pay for the upkeep. If he reveals a Poison Blood, he does have the option then of discarding that bark skin and not paying the upkeep. Just because Grimmbart would have had to reveal during channeling.
Well, he said that he's trying to reveal during channeling.
Yeah.
So
if he doesn't want to pay for that upkeep, I don't blame him. Alright, but he doesn't have to set it to 28 because he could transfer. You know. Because Poison Blood doesn't stop the transfer, he could just transfer.
And that's one reason to not have a peanut gallery, honestly, because it's up to Werekingdom to remember those things.
Yeah. Actually, since they didn't have judges or they didn't want to make it a password game, it is what it is. But yeah, having a peanut gallery can kind of screw with your game when you're in a tournament.
I mean, I would much rather that everybody remembered everything and everybody was on top of their game, because that makes it way more interesting.
Right.
But it is beholden on the player to remember the maze.
Especially when you play Druid. Like, she is a tough mage to remember everything for.
Yeah. They built into the Paladin musts, so if you don't remember, you have you still have to do it.
Which I take that a lot.
Yeah, like you have to gain Valor for hitting the strongest creature, and you have to gain Valor for rolling 5 damage on your sword. And you have to gain Valor for destroying your challenge enemy with the Signet of the Dawnbreaker.
Okay, so Werekingdom has a Brace Yourself on him.
Yep, so he's probably safe.
Probably be useful this round. He still could take a ton of criticals, though, and actually lose the game in that sense.
That's true. But the Druid, of all the mages in the game, is the one that comes back from something like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you can get away just long enough to stabilize, then you win the long game.
Yeah, even with a Poison Blood, you're still healing as fast as a regrowth mage. So, I mean, with a Purify, I think I saw in his hand, if he has a Remove Curse, those are all great cards to sort of just allow that Poison Blood to not work.
And I guess he's keeping Aaron from doing a ton of damage to him by keeping him from being fully healed. But if he's going to survive the long game, he has got to get rid of that Crimson.
Yeah, no kidding. Crimson has done so much damage in this game. Like, he has been worth every spellbook and mana spent into him.
You cannot do that.
Yikes.
And the tree needs to have line of sight.
And if nobody catches it, okay. That's just what it is.
I would have tanked blind again myself. Probably.
Yeah. Over the bear. I could see that.
Because the bear is hindered. Well, I guess everything's hindered because of the vines. But...
I mean, honestly, if Grimmbart just has a teleport, he's just going to kind of teleport him over to that zone anyway.
Alright, he purifies the poison blood and moves into the zone with Crimson so he doesn't take the shot. That is a pretty good idea.
Just kind of running around the shooter.
Well, yeah, he's far away from the bear. He's far away from Mageddon.
Mm. And there's vine tokens in the way, so they can't exactly just run in that sense. Crimson is freaking out in that zone.
Although, all the Force Master has to do is force pull Crimson or the Druid.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be a super simple solution here.
And he's getting Aaron out of the way of that Kralathor, which is a really good idea.
So he's probably going to heal this round. So he's going to deal 0 damage to the Druid.
Well, he's only rolling 1 die.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
It's whatever.
Although the Druid could use an attack spell to hurt Aaron.
Alright, well, you got to attack something with Kralathor, so he's going to go after that Force Master. We'll see if he's going to dodge. I would just dodge.
He would probably dodge. I would dodge.
Let's see if something for
No, he doesn't.
Maybe he has something he wants his 3 mana for.
I guess so. Force push?
Yeah, I mean, I guess a force pull. And then a punch, maybe? Because he just wants to, like...
Well, a force pull and a lesser teleport on Mageddon. Well, never mind.
Yeah, he only has 3 mana, so he could do that. Yeah, attack that vine.
This is something that I see a lot of Force Master players not use. They just don't use the force pull. And
yeah,
it's so good to not use it. It's way too good to not use.
You can cast it through Mind's Eye.
Yeah,
so it doesn't even have to be a force pull. You can actually use it as like a force push if you get your Mind's Eye in the right spot.
Yep, I love it.
Which is so cool.
I love I love force pulls so much. Mm-hmm. This is one reason why I play Force Master. Like, I don't even count on the defense for the Force Master anymore because I fail them all the time. But force pull is so good and so reliable, and it just makes all these positioning games so easy.
Yeah, it really does. A reusable one-way force push. So good.
I really want to see him force pull Crimson or the Druid right now. The Druid would be preferable because then Mageddon can hit him next time.
Yeah, if he doesn't, it's just gonna be like sad. Alright, we're gonna see a teleport.
Oh, he does a teleport. Oh, come on.
So he wants to get rid of that vine. A Tangle Vine. Okay.
The bear can one-shot it.
Okay. We'll see a Crimson shot next time. So he's probably gonna shoot what? The Kralathor? I guess.
I guess so.
You gotta shoot something, you know?
I'd shoot Vimerida's Blessing, honestly.
That's not a bad choice. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Or the tree.
That wouldn't be bad, too. You can still Blessing the tree.
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
There's no good shots. You know what? He should just knife him. Knife the Druid.
He's gonna knife the Druid.
I would do that. I mean, seriously. You might as well.
Small sword. Not a knife.
A small sword. All right. Sword. He's got a small sword for some reason.
You got 1 damage through.
2.
Oh, 2 damage. 2 damage. Nice.
Hey man, Crimson's still pulling. That's awesome. Actually, having a short sword is actually a pretty sweet attack. for Crimson.
I totally would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulled the Druid out and taken a shot.
All right, so he got 0 damage off his Force Master, so it's around. We're probably gonna see Werekingdom go down to 26 damage out of 34.
Yep.
Grimmbart's going up to 34.
I honestly think he could have ended the game that round if he had just attacked the Tanglevine with the bear and force pulled the Druid out.
If he force pulled
the Druid out,
teleported Mageddon or the bear, and then
I don't know if he has lesser teleport in his book.
Oh, I mean, he used a teleport regardless, so I mean, force pull and a teleport.
He only had 3 mana though, so he would have had to use a lesser teleport.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So if he had a lesser teleport and a force pull, he could have gotten a Mageddon hit.
Yeah.
And a Crimson shot.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that could have ended the game. Right there. Right.
Do you wish to pay upkeep? He's going to, because it's literally saving his life right now. And,
it's true.
Werekingdom's mana count is super high.
Barkskin is a very good spell.
You know, that tree casting Corrosive Orchid wouldn't have been bad. And just getting rid of the Sunfire Amulet and being like, it's done, you know?
Right. But now they're both at 34 max health.
Yep.
And
Mageddon's out.
And Mageddon's out. It's
and
crazy.
Aaron is just healed.
Yep, Aaron is pumped up now.
I don't see how Werekingdom's going to win this.
Well, he's still got time.
Yeah, he's got 10 life.
If he can pull it out, he could do it. But it does look pretty grim for him. Now the good news for him is that Grimmbart is stuck on 6 mana every turn.
That's true. Yeah,
so
this is what he's doing. You know?
Yeah. There's not a whole lot that Grimbart's going to be able to accomplish at this point. But with judicious use of Force Pull, it could still be over for the Druid.
He'll never Force Pull. Man, that
That is
Growthor is trying in this game. He's just like, I have to do something. I'm a little surprised the Vine Snapper isn't going after that wall. Instead, he's just like guarding.
Yeah.
Maybe because they think you can cast through the wall.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. He shouldn't be able to, though. That bear shouldn't have been Tanglevine that round.
Absolutely.
You know what else he could have done? Is he could have teleported the Druid up to that zone where Mageddon was.
Oh, well, he had 3 mana.
That's true. Well, I guess if the Druid is down where Grimson is, that wouldn't work. But if he had done it earlier and teleported him to the right,
I hear you.
then he wouldn't have been able to move into where Grimson was. But I don't know. This is a public service announcement to all who play Force Masters. Use Force Pull. It is awesome. I'm not saying that Grimbart's doing a bad job here. He's really... Grimbart's got Werekingdom cornered.
Super impressive.
He's got the bear. Yeah. The Purge magic is gone.
Yeah, I'm digging it a lot.
And he hasn't even needed to buff his Force Master at all.
Alright, so we're going to see the Nightshade Lotus come out. This is a great card. I love Nightshade Lotus. I mean, it's basically like free damage that you get out of a tree that people feel weird about attacking.
Yeah. These flowers are just incredible. If you can fight in one zone for long enough, the flowers will kill everything.
Yeah, they really will. Like, even as a Beastmaster, I still take Corrosive Orchids because using them in your quick cast is such a good move. I mean, it costs the same as a Dissolve. I think it's the same, maybe one more. But the fact that you can remove armor and possibly get a Corrode on top of that is so nice. Might be 3 Swell Ones, I'm not sure.
So I wonder if he's trying to put Grimson to sleep so he can run away.
I mean, Aaron's in the zone.
Yeah, And Aaron is the lowest level creature, so he could definitely spend the least amount of mana.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got enough.
Oh yeah, Werekingdom's not hurting for mana right now. And that's the thing, like, it's really showing on the board how having less mana at certain times just kind of sweeps the whole board in terms of the game.
Not sure I follow you.
Okay, so, like, basically, maybe I didn't explain that well. So Grimmbart had a bunch of turns where he just kept jinxing and mind controlling.
Right.
So Werekingdom's mana was not only really high up, but he also couldn't use the mana he spent on the board to do anything. And so Grimmbart just kind of, like, used that to get a ton of damage on him. And, you know, that's kind of where we're at right now as well. Because Werekingdom has a ton of mana, and he can't really use it.
Acid Ball. Dun, dun, dun.
That's a good choice. I mean, when you're trying to finish it up...
Double corrode and a damage.
Yeah, when you're trying to... Oh, do brace yourself in a second.
Yeah.
You should just brace yourself right now. I don't know why.
Yeah. He must have some idea of how to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, if he has a minor heal, I suppose...
No, he really needs to mitigate as much damage as possible at this point.
Agreed. So he's about to take another 5, and he has 0 armor. Oh, okay, so he's gonna almost lose here. Nope. See, that would have been another... Jeez. So it reveals us who's gonna take 2 damage, so it's not that bad.
Right. But if he had done that earlier, he would have had 1 less damage on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you know you're gonna take a bunch of damage, just, like, you know, do that.
Arcane Ward.
Arcane Ward. Does he want to Arcane Ward the mind control so that he can then disperse?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he's just going to stay put. Well, at least he won't get a bear attack to the face. You know, because the bear not attacking is actually a pretty big deal here.
Yeah.
But, of course, the Force Master could Force Pull, as you love, and then get a 5 dice attack.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice. And he's going to put Crimson to sleep.
That's a nice play. I dig this play. And he gets a ton of damage out of it, too. Rock out.
Holy cow. 5 damage and a sleep token, so if they're going to wake him up...
Yeah, he might just die.
Actually, he doesn't have enough mana to put him to sleep.
Oh, is he level 5?
He's level 4. But it's 2 times level, isn't it?
Is it?
Or it's level +2 or something like that?
I don't actually remember what it is, to be honest. I think it's +2.
The funny thing is, if he had had his mana from earlier, he could sleep him.
Right. If he got the extra channeling from the beginning.
Yeah, if he got the extra channels since the beginning of the game,
true.
he could sleep him right now.
And turn 1 is the reason why he lost. Turn 1.
He's not lost yet.
Assuming he's gonna lose. I mean,
this is a decent idea. I mean, he gets his bear back, right?
Yep.
He's weathered Aaron's attack, and he's going to weather Mageddon's attack, assuming Mageddon can get to him. He's going to weather Grimson's attack, and he's going to weather the Force Master's attack. So I think he's fine, assuming no serious crits.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Man, that is a crazy game.
Is he going to pull the Druid? Yes. Yes.
And this is a smart move. You just get another 5 damage. He just needs to keep that damage on because the Druid will totally recover if you give him time.
Alright, Kralthor is going to attack Grimson. Crimson's probably going to die here.
This is a really smart choice.
Unless this is a reverse attack. Oh, even if it is, he's got no mana left. I wonder what's on him. Arcane Ward, maybe?
Not dead yet.
Oh my gosh. Poor Kralathor.
Yeah,
he just wanted to grow.
He can't do anything. Poor Kralathor.
Oh, it's a brace yourself.
Oh, very good.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was a classic move.
He didn't need to do that, though.
Man, brace yourself is such a good
right?
card. He has 1 armor.
Oh, he's 1 armor, so he would have been 1 point away from death.
Yeah, I can see why he did that.
2 damage. Alright. Just needs 5 more.
Mageddon could do it right now.
Sure could. Man. Here it comes.
Do it. Do it, Mageddon. See if you can get crazy crits. He's got 4 armor to work with, so, you can deal 2. That's actually still not bad. 2 damage. On 4 armor. And that stun's going to get removed. And, I mean, Druid kind of... His board doesn't... Is he going to daze?
Yeah,
you don't need a daze, dude. When you get rid of a stun, the stun just goes away.
Yep.
Not sure why he's dazing, but he is.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright, Brace Yourself is going to go away on both Grimson and the Druid. Keegan knows where it's at. Alright.
Go Keegan, man. Rock on.
And the Druid is going to go back down to 27 damage. Probably.
There's a
assuming
blood?
He remembers. No, he got rid of the poison blood last turn.
Oh, did he? Very nice.
Yeah.
If he wants to keep... Because you could actually not pay upkeep and actually still recover the 2 first. So that would be the wisest choice.
Yeah, then he would get rid of the 2 corrode. He could recast it.
That would be a very solid choice if you were the Druid right now. By the way, for anyone that's wondering, so when you have Barkskin, you can actually choose the order of events. So you can choose to regenerate 2 and then choose to not pay upkeep with Barkskin.
Yep. It's kind of gamey.
It's really cool. But, in a tournament, it's a really important thing to know because it allows you to do exactly what he needs, and that is to, 1, recover life, 2, get rid of his corrodes. And let's see if he chooses to... Oh, he does pay it! Ugh. Yeah, so anyone that's aspiring to be a good Druid, I would highly recommend in this situation that you just get rid of it. Because, yeah, that regenerate 2 is really nice for, next round, but still, in this round, if you just get that 2 armor, it could save you so much more than if you just, save that action.
If he had remembered to do this 2 more times previously...
He wouldn't be in a bad spot.
No. I mean, it's still not great.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Alright, it's...
That Ludus might just, eat... I guess he wants to attack with Kralathor first, though.
I'm pretty sure Grimson is going to shoot first.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Druid's initiative, though, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, has it not changed?
It's now the Force Master's initiative.
Okay.
So, my guess is that Grimson is going to shoot first.
That would be the best choice.
And then, then Werekingdom's going to have to decide whether or not to kill Grimson or to protect his Druid.
Yeah,
from the other stuff.
With Nightshade Lotus being a ranged attack, guarding with Aaron wouldn't stop that Lotus from killing him.
Right. The real problem right now is going to be Mageddon, because he's elusive.
Dude, that's what Mageddon's good at. He's good at just going in and just, seeker missiling your mage and just saying, you're just going to keep taking damage every round. It's just going to keep happening.
Although, a really good Force Hammer or Boulder right now would just end the game.
You know, having those boulders is a really good choice. Like, it's a good way to just be like, all right, I just need to end it right now. Boom, boulder. Especially when you're looking at 0 armor.
Yeah, got no armor on right now. If he had worn that chitin armor a little sooner, the acid ball would still have gotten 2 corrodes on him. But
oh no, that's so unfortunate.
it wouldn't have done any damage to him. I don't know. This is one of the problems I have when I play this game is I don't get my defenses on as early as I should.
Like closing it out, is that what you're talking about?
No, getting my defenses on.
Oh,
like
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Armor and, regeneration and all that other stuff. One of the great things about the Druid is you have a built-in regeneration that you can add more onto if you need to. So it really only takes you one action to put on some decent armor.
Yeah, she's probably one of the most survivable mages in the game. Honestly, whenever you see a Druid game, it's probably going to be a longer game, just because that's kind of how she plays out. If she starts losing, she just kind of lives longer.
Yep. And that's the strategy for the Druid, really. I mean, you outlast your opponent's nukes, and then you take over.
Absolutely. And it's super plant-like, and I like that it's very thematic in that sense.
Tanglevine Armageddon. Okay, that's not going to keep him from hitting you. I think he's going to plan to move in... Oh, no, it is the Druid's initiative. I'm sorry.
So he should...
I'm getting it mixed up.
He should take care of Grimson right now. He shouldn't do anything else but just... Krailthor just blah, dead. And then if Krailthor fails, of course, use Nightshade Lotus to just finish off the damage.
I think he's not going to do that. I think he's going to move in there with his Druid and punch Grimson.
Interesting.
Because, why would you Tanglevine Mageddon unless you're planning to get out of there?
That's a valid point. The only other thing I can think of is that...
can just pull you back in.
The only thing I can think of is that basically he wants his bear to take care of Mageddon. And by Tanglevining it, you're because he has extra mana, he's just my bear is going to kill Mageddon. It's just going to happen.
Right.
By the way, if we look at those, the notepad up here in the middle right, it looks like he was planning an Enchanted Ring run 2, and then doing 3 enchantments for the next 3 rounds. Or 4 enchantments for the next 4 rounds. So that does actually make a lot of sense. It's just he really deviated from that plan, unfortunately. Grimson!
Oh, he force pulled Aaron. Why?
That was
so he didn't get put to sleep, maybe?
Interesting move. So, who's he going to use creature-wise? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's now Werekingdom's first action.
Right.
So, he might just be considered Grimson is dead. That's kind of the read I'm getting here. And so he wants Krailthor to kill him, and so that Nightshade Lotus is useless.
Oh,
no. Oh, no.
Well, Krailthor is mobile, though.
Yeah. Well, there goes Grimson.
Kills Grimson.
Is the regrowth worth it versus the extra attack? You have the blessing, so, if he goes in guards with Krailthor, it's not that bad.
He's got a Surging Wave. Nice.
Well, that's an interesting move. So he wants Aaron to be not as good.
Oh, what a poor
Dude,
roll.
He missed Slam again. Werekingdom cannot succeed.
Man, and I usually think of Surging Wave as pretty guaranteed.
It's just the guarantee, yeah, but it's seriously not in this case. That's so brutal.
4 normal damage. So he takes 4 damage.
Ugh.
Yipes.
Man. That's a
He's going to
lot.
move and guard. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
That was interesting to guard.
I wonder if the Force Master has a rock or a boulder or something. Or, honestly, they could just beat down the Tanglevine this turn, and then Mageddon can go in there next turn.
Yeah, I mean, you can only have so many Tanglevines.
Looks like he's... Oh, boulder.
Okay. So 0 armor. This could win the game right here.
4 damage.
But he only gets 4. You know, sometimes you get average, sometimes you don't. And, well, I mean, that means this game's going to go another round. He's going to heal another 4. And suddenly it's going to be Grimmbart's initiative next round.
Yeah. Boulder didn't finish it.
Werekingdom is slowly gaining his power back.
It is. It's true. He doesn't have a mind control to deal with anymore.
Yep.
Let's see how Mageddon does against this Tanglevine.
Tanglevine. He's got to get 8 damage. It gets 5. Still not bad.
It's usually a 2-hit thing.
Yeah. That's why Tanglevine's such a cool spell.
Tanglevine is really annoying.
It totally is, man. Tanglevine and Shaman Transfusion. The spells, man. I guess Wall Thorns, too.
Yeah, Jinx is kind of annoying, too.
Jinx. Jinx is one of those spells that you're just like, alright, full retreat, everyone. Just get out of here. And looks like that's going to be the end of the round.
Yeah, the boulder did not perform adequately.
And so we're going to see Werekingdom go down to 27, I believe.
Again.
And, yeah. I mean, he's still alive. Werekingdom is not dead yet.
This is the power of druids.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is why druids are so scary, and why you always have to pack those poison bloods, or think, how am I going to kill the tree, or her stuff.
Now there's a bear and a Kralathor versus an Aaron and a Tanglevine to Mageddon and a regenerating druid versus a Force Master with no gear. So yeah, it's looking in Werekingdom's favor right now, minus the amount of damage he's taking.
Yeah, if that damage wasn't there, I would totally be like, Werekingdom can turn this around so easily. But, one good attack that's just a ton of crits, like the dice get hot in that sense, and it could just be over.
That's true.
I would like to see Grimmbart use the Force Pull with a quick during the first creature action, and then just Mageddon attack.
Yep.
Just because you're looking to get dice and you're looking to win that way.
Yep, that makes sense. And if he's not going to put any more armor on, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, Grimmbart has 11 mana. He could actually do a Wall of Thorns force push into Mageddon's zone.
No way! That would be awesome.
Especially
it would
if he's
kill
got
Werekingdom.
no armor on.
In a tournament game, having that combo, in my opinion, is a super important combo. Because it's sort of like, you never know what situation you're going to get into where you need it, and you almost always have ways of taking out their armor. Like, very rarely do I see books that don't have ways of dealing with mage armor.
Right. As you can see, he's trying to figure out which spells he wants to cast this round. And I think that's the right choice. You don't want to do Mongoose Agility right now. You don't want to do Vimshala right now. Another Tanglevine on maybe the Force Master. Or maybe Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, with what Werekingdom needs to do is we saw him use a heal spell. I guess I could see him. Does he have any other heals? He
I
does
don't
not.
see any.
Ugh.
I also don't see any teleports.
Yeah, he's just kind of, in my opinion, just kind of get out of there.
Yeah, maybe Mongoose Agility might be the best choice. You just run 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and
it's
get out of there.
very similar to what you do with teleport.
And although the Tanglevine is going to serve the same purpose.
Tanglevine will do it. That's fine.
Of course, he's not counting for the fact that Grimmbart could do something to him.
Yeah, that's true.
I might prepare both.
As another thing you could always do, I guess Hand of Bim would be weird. That probably would be the case.
A Mongoose Agility followed by a Blur would be pretty significant, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That would actually be a great move. He has a Blur.
So, I don't know if he's got enough mana for that right now.
I guess...
Because if he's going to Tanglevine with the tree, then he's going to have 7 mana left. Mongoose Agility is what? 5 or 6?
I think it's 5.
It's 5. It is 5, so he would have enough mana for that.
I guess Tanglevine, Mongoose Agility, double move. That would be my move. Just go up to that Vine Snapper where you're safe, he's guarding, and just, chill. I mean, the Force Minister could move up 1 and then just force pull you down, and then Aaron get that hit.
Aaron wouldn't get the hit because the Tanglevine would be on him.
Perfect. Yeah, so you wouldn't even need the Mongoose Agility. Just double move.
Well, I mean, first quick cast is still a consideration.
Ah, that's fair.
Mongoose Agility.
So you do that as a backup.
Right.
Grimbart's saying all in or something else. So the question is, what else would he have?
What is all in though? Like
all in is probably more rocks.
I guess, but at this point, he's been all in for several turns.
That's so true. I mean, when he gave up Grimson to save Aaron from getting hit by something, I think that was kind of like my all-in is going to fail a little bit so I can win in the long run, and unfortunately he just didn't roll too well.
Right.
Werekingdom saying he thinks he's lost.
I think he could get away and turn it around if he wanted to. I mean, he's still got 5 creatures in his book, and one of them's another bear.
As a druid, getting out of there isn't that bad, and he does have the Hand of Bimshala, so he could potentially heal 5 around.
Ooh, is he going to Tanglevine the Force Master? Yes.
Oh.
Now this is the reason to Mongoose Agility and get out of dodge.
That's true. So Aaron wouldn't be able to follow him properly. He'd be able to heal another 4.
And I would totally blur.
Yeah, I mean, he can't blur and double move and Mongoose Agility. But one or the other. I guess next round he could.
Well, he could sleep Aaron and then blur. I don't know. Is it double?
I guess the best move to do is that if you wanted to do it that way, you could blur during your initiative next round because the Force Master probably doesn't have a teleport in her hand to get out of that Tanglevine.
Right.
Unless.
But it might next turn.
Yeah, that's true. So blur yourself, I guess. Yeah, Grimbart's thinking, oh crap, now I'm stuck. And that's totally normal, I think, in this type of situation. Getting Tanglevine is annoying.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know what I would do in this situation with Werekingdom. What I would try to attack. I might focus fire Aaron at this point.
I could see that. Aaron is a great choice. He has less armor than Mageddon, but the same amount of dice.
I think I would have chosen to throw an acid ball at Aaron, though.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, he's got 3 of them just sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well when you're a druid. Oh, he's got no rust either. Oh, that's an interesting move. Okay, so he's gonna forceful.
Oh, forceful. Ah, that makes more sense.
So he'd be on the other side of the wall. Wait, why is he attacking? It's not his initiative.
Yeah,
Oh, it is. Oh, it is initiative. Oh, okay, that was a good choice then. And he's
he's
gonna
gonna
dodge.
dodge. Oh, he dodges. Nice.
Oh yeah, you must be a little bit ahead, but yes, he does dodge. That was a great move. That dodge really helped him. That totally helped him in that case. And see, this is why the Vine Snapper, instead of guarding, should have just been like hitting that wall. Just because the druid could move up 2 now, but is now separated.
Right.
But it wasn't a mongoose, was it?
No, he has
not. Could still
mongoose.
move. I guess he could still move too. You know.
Yeah, no, both of those creatures are tangle vines, so he can get out of there.
Werekingdom, I'm live. I know it's live. Alright, well, first things first, he's going to choose to attack Aaron, which I don't blame him for this. This is a really good move. And then I'm guessing he's going to move his druid.
I would move my druid if I were him. Wow.
And he gets 2 damage.
That's about average.
Yeah.
3 dice, 2 damage on a 2 armor creature.
That's pretty nice. Probably, is he going to sleep? He's thinking about it. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't, because you're just going to attack him with your creatures anyway. Although if he sleeps, we can go after the Abaddon. Or the Mage.
Ooh, he's going in there.
Ooh.
And putting on some chitin armor. Alright.
Oh, well, the bear's guarding, so I guess...
Yeah, bear's guarding.
He's not
That's
too
fine.
worried about Aaron. Man, I don't know if I would have done that. As a druid, I would have just been like, at this kind of damage, just like, I'm getting out. You know? Just kind of sit in a corner and wait to heal up. And let your creatures just kind of do the work.
That's an interesting choice. That's a good choice to pass.
Yeah.
I would have just used the Vine Snapper and make him, use Vine Snapper. Reguard. Yep. Should be hitting.
Should be hitting that wall. He really needs that wall to go down. Not because it's right now, it's just like a what if kind of thing.
It could be a drain on the Force Master's mana, too. If he really felt like he needed to repair it.
Yeah, that's true.
Here comes a boulder. What's it going to be?
Oh, is it going to be a boulder? Or is it going to be a rock?
Oh, it's going to be a hammer.
Ah, the Force Hammer.
Wow.
See this card in a lot of books. It's going to roll crazy damage, and that's game. Alright, well. That's...
Wow.
That's,
1 hot dice.
I mean, that's all he needed.
Yep.
You know?
One hot dice.
You know, sometimes you just can't rely on that armor to just save you. And you know what's interesting? If he would have let that bark skin drop and then recast it and then got the 4 armor, he might have actually survived.
It's true.
I mean, Grimmbart was really in control of that game, and, you know, sealing it with those high-level attack spells, I think was a really good choice.
Yeah, I mean, he only had, let's see, blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards on the board. And Grimson and Brace Yourself.
Yeah.
8, 9. I mean, he only had 30 cards in his... He must have had, like, less than 40 cards in his book.
Right. Yeah, I gotta say, that was a really close game. Like, you know, Grimmbart really, he won that game, but I wouldn't say that he necessarily completely trounced the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the recovery that Werekingdom was doing was gonna work. It's just Werekingdom chose to fight with his druid when he should have chosen to retreat. And I really think that's the big thing in this game.
I honestly encourage everyone to play a druid at least once, and
It's
just
so difficult.
and just see what you can pull off, especially when you're behind.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. You can just back off, get a few creatures in the way, and for some reason you start healing.
Yeah.
And every once in a while somebody pushes through your creatures, but a lot of stuff gets stopped.
Yeah. Honestly, like attacking the druid while that tree is up, you either better control tons of dice, or you're going to lose.
Well, and that was Grimmbart's strategy, right?
Exactly.
I mean, he had a 5 dice attack usually with Crimson, right? He had a 5 dice attack with Aaron at the end. He had a 5 dice attack with Mageddon.
And that was Grimmbart was excellent with this. This is a great example of how to fight a druid, and how to win against it.
And he had 1 creature to deal with, and he dealt with it. You know, he dealt with the bear.
Super nice play. Grimmbart totally deserved that win. And I think Werekingdom, I think he learned a lot about the druid here, and he's even talking about it. And I think it was awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I guess thanks for joining us, guys. This is, part of the round robin, and this is just a really good game to watch. I think both these players could actually advance to the next stage, based on what I'm seeing in the group, and it's very possible. And I guess we'll see you next game.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm Coach Ed.
I'm Puddinhead. Dice OP.
Dice OP. Bye-bye.